Now, the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security said that. Now, let's look at the infrastructure and arm production. Greetings, lovely family. I am always happy when you choose my channel. Thank you so much for your support so far. I really appreciate it. Guys, today we are in the Sahel. The Sahel is now on high speed. That is all I can say. It is becoming subway. Adding to that, I can say they are becoming too fast. AES moved towards implementing a community visa system. That is number one. Number two, ECOWAS just gave up and they switched their plan to rather work with AES. Guys, looking at how ECOWAS is behaving in this regard, so far as the breakaway is concerned, AES is not afraid of economic shocks after moving away from ECOWAS. It is rather ECOWAS afraid of economic shock. Now, the third update is that Mali is proceeding to build its own military equipment, from weapons to vehicles and missiles and everything, to the extent of manufacturing explosives for civilian use. Don't worry, relax. I will take you through all of this one after the other. So let's start with the visa. After the government of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso announced their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS because of its inefficiency, on January 29, 2025, ECOWAS officially confirmed their withdrawal. And that very same day, they also launched their own passport. After launching the passport of AES on 29th of January 2025, they proceeded on 2nd February towards the AES visa policy. And the name of the visa is the Liptako Visa. With their exit from ECOWAS, AES members are now working on new policy to manage regional travel and immigration. Now, on February 2nd, 2025, security and immigration experts from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso met in Bamako, the capital city of Mali, to discuss a common visa policy for AES nations. The objective is to establish a community visa system with the name the Liptako Visa, which will allow all non-ECOWAS, non-AES nationals to enter all the three countries more easily. The reason why the non-ECOWAS come in is because when you have the ECOWAS passport, entry into the Sahel will be easy for you, because they made it clear that they don't want to stress the ECOWAS nations or ECOWAS citizens. They want them to have free flow in their country or in their region, because when they were launching their passport, they were concerned about free movement between the Sahel nations and ECOWAS and non-ECOWAS nations. Now look at brotherly love. When ECOWAS was looking for ways to stress the movement of the Sahel citizens, the Sahel is working to make movement easy for both ECOWAS and non-ECOWAS citizens. Shame on these old men in this ECOWAS organization. So this initiative comes shortly after the introduction of the AES biometric passport on January 29, 2025. The passport was launched as a step towards deeper regional integration and to reduce dependency on ECOWAS. The experts from Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, who are in charge of the visa implementation, recommendations from their meeting will be reviewed and approved by the security ministers of the AES countries before it will be implemented. Now, if this Liptako visa is finalized, it will serve as an alternative to ECOWAS free movement policy. Potentially, it will attract foreign investors, business travelers, and tourists to the Sahel. Number two, ECOWAS now seeks to continue security cooperation with the AES nation. After the official withdrawal of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, ECOWAS has taken steps to ensure that citizens of these countries still travel freely within West Africa, so long as they are still holding the ECOWAS passport, because the military leaders from the three nations made it clear that ECOWAS passport or ECOWAS travel identity that their citizens are having will be in effectiveness until it is expired, so that during that time their citizens can transit from the ECOWAS travel document to the AES travel document. So quickly after the official announcement of their withdrawal by ECOWAS adopted a declaration. Now, the ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security said that the organization remained committed to security cooperation with the three Sahel nations, and they are ready to cooperate with the Sahel nation in these three areas: fighting terrorism, humanitarian assistance, and regional stability. Now we are done with that. Let's go to Mali. That is number three. Mali plans to build its own military industry this year, 2025. On the 64th anniversary of Mali's national army, the president Assimi Goita announced that the country would develop its own military industry by 2025. Mind you, there was protest in the country in 2024 when there was terrorists and citizens protested and was telling the government that no, they want the government to begin to manufacture weapons and handling their weaponry or their warfare activities in their own hands. They don't want to be depending on any foreign. No, they want to be building their own weapons. So the government hit to their plea and their protest and took a decision. In his speech, the president Assimi Goita revealed that the Malian army has undergone a significant transformation in recent years, and he highlighted 3 key areas. Number 1, better training and recruitment. More soldiers have been trained to handle modern warfare challenges. Number 2, organizational improvement. The army's command structure has been reorganized for faster deployment. Number 3, equipment upgrade. Mali has acquired advanced weaponry, drones, and armor vehicles with assistance from Russia and Turkey. Now let's look at the infrastructure and arms production. To strengthen national security, Mali is now focusing on military self-sufficiency, with key projects spread in threefold. It includes building military infrastructure, modern bases and training facilities are being established. Number 2, setting up arms factories. Local production of small arms, light tactical vehicle, ammunition, and explosive is planned. The Malian government want to reduce dependence on foreign arms imports. They want to be doing their own thing. President Assimi Goita made a statement. He said, in quote, "We are actively working on establishment of armed factories with units for the assembly of individual and collective weapons, assembly of light tactical vehicle, and production of ammunition and explosive for civilian use." For civilian use, it means the civilians are also going to be ready in case the soldiers are not there and there is terrorist attack on them. They will use that on them. So these measures aim to make Mali's armed forces more independent and better prepared to protect population from security threats. Now, Assimi Goita gave us a hint on the military cooperation within the Alliance of the Sahel, AES, referring to their united forces. In code, he said, "Uniting in a confederation, we have not only strengthened our military capabilities, but also set an example of regional cooperation that will contribute to the stability and prosperity of the Sahel and West Africa." This is true. As we all know, AES members Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso have already been conducting joint military operations against jihadist group, and they are looking to deepen their defenses collaboration. Now, in conclusion, the president concluded by stressing that Mali is on the path to full sovereignty. In quote, he said, "The next few years will be decisive. We have begun to lay the foundation for a sovereign, independent Mali in charge of its own destiny." So the withdrawal of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso from ECOWAS, the introduction of AES common biometric passport, and the plan of Liptako Visa indicate a move towards regional integration outside of ECOWAS. At the same time, ECOWAS is seeking to maintain security cooperation with the departing nations, acknowledging the importance of joint counter-terrorism efforts. You see, this movement is going to bring the entire Africa together, I'm telling you. And Mali is now also taking a bold step towards building its own military industry, aiming for greater self-reliance in defense production. My thought, if this becomes successful, this could set an example for other African nations who are seeking to reduce foreign dependency in military affairs. But lovely people, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this development coming from the Sahel?